Hey, what's going on, everyone? Joseph Lombard, aka Interesting 4R. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Wheel with Joseph Lombard. First off, I do want to apologize that there is no video footage of me doing this video. For whatever reason, my camcorder did not charge at all, even though it was plugged into the charger. I don't know if my battery is completely dead and it's not working anymore, and I have to get a new battery, and that's why my camcorder didn't charge. But that's not the point of this video. My point in this video is that I want to provide you guys some NASCAR news, and it's some big NASCAR news today. Also, by the way, my Beyond the Wheel series is also going to provide some NASCAR news from now on. Instead of me doing driver interviews as part of my Beyond the Wheel series, now my Beyond the Wheel series will provide NASCAR news, so hopefully you guys are excited about that. And what better way to start off some NASCAR news with the Beyond the Wheel series than the big changes that NASCAR provided earlier today with the new Cup Series schedule for 2020. And oh boy, there is a lot of changes to this NASCAR schedule, and I'm about to show you guys the full schedule on the screen right now. So you got the Daytona 500 starting off the season. As always, it will be on Sunday, February 16th. Immediately after the Daytona 500, you got the West Coast swing. Instead of it being Atlanta, the second race of the season, we're just going to go right off the bat after the Daytona 500 with the West Coast swing. Las Vegas has now moved up to the second race of the season. Another change to the West Coast swing, Auto Club Speedway and ISM Raceway has now swapped. Instead of it being Vegas, Auto Club, and ISM, it's going to be Vegas, Auto Club, and ISM. I think I said that twice. Instead of it being Vegas, ISM, and Auto Club Speedway, it's going to be Vegas, Auto Club, and ISM Raceway. There you go. I fixed that. And then you got Atlanta Motor Speedway as the fifth race of the season instead of the second race of the season. So right after the West Coast swing, then you go to Atlanta Motor Speedway. And then the big change, the season finale, the championship race has been changed. Homestead Miami Speedway is no longer the championship race in November. It's going to be at ISM Raceway, going to be the championship race season finale on Sunday, November 8th, which means Homestead Miami Speedway has now moved over to the spring of 2020 on Sunday, March 22nd. Then you got Texas Motor Speedway, Bristol Motor Speedway, and then an off weekend because of Easter, and then Richmond, Talladega, Dover, and then another big change, Martinsville, instead of it being the sixth race of the season, it's going to be the 12th race of the season. I had to count to see which race Martinsville is, the spring race at Martinsville. Not only Martinsville has moved over to May 9th, it's moved over to Mother's Day weekend. And one more big change about this Martinsville spring race on Mother's Day weekend, how about a night race at Martinsville Speedway? Under the lights at Martinsville on a Saturday night. I am excited about that race because ever since Martinsville put in lights around that racetrack, I've always wanted a Martinsville night race. We're finally going to get that, and it's going to be on Mother's Day weekend on Saturday, May 9th. So short track Saturday night under the lights at Martinsville. I'm excited about that race because I love Martinsville. So after Martinsville, it's going to be the All-Star race on May 16th. Then you got Charlotte on Memorial Day weekend on Sunday, May 24th. And then Kansas is going to go to the end of May now. Instead of it being on Mother's Day weekend, it's moved over a few weekends later to Sunday, May 31st. And then Michigan and Sonoma to finish off the Fox program. What do you not see on the first half of the schedule? The first Pocono race. Why? If you check out the second half of the NASCAR Cup Series schedule for 2020, where NBC is going to take place, starts off at Chicagoland, and then you got two Pocono races in a row. Yes, NASCAR has provided a Pocono doubleheader for 2020. So Saturday, June 27th, you're going to have one race, and then you're going to have a second Pocono race the very next day on Sunday, June 28th, which honestly, I'm not really sure about this Pocono doubleheader. One, I don't really care that it's going to be at Pocono because Pocono is not one of my favorite races to watch, and to have two races in a row, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. And my next question is, how are they going to do this doubleheader at Pocono? I know NASCAR is going to release some news later on in the year or sometime next year on how they're going to do this Pocono doubleheader. So there's a lot of questions about this doubleheader at Pocono, which I know NASCAR will provide to us sooner or later. So we'll just have to see what NASCAR has to say about that. Another big change to the NASCAR schedule is that the night race at Daytona is not going to be on the 4th of July weekend anymore. The Daytona night race is actually moved over to the regular season finale on Saturday, August 29th, before the playoffs. Now that Indianapolis was the regular season finale race in 2018 and 2019, it's now been moved up to the 4th of July weekend, which honestly, this change is my least favorite change of all in the new NASCAR Cup Series schedule for 2020. I do not care for Indianapolis at all. I mean, I love Indianapolis because of the Indy 500, but for NASCAR-wise, Indianapolis has always provided boring races, I would say, in the last several years. It used to be good racing, but in the last few years or several years, it has not provided good racing. So I don't really like the Indianapolis 4th of July weekend change. I don't like it at all. But it's going to be on Sunday, July 5th, so we're just going to have to accept that change from NASCAR. Then you got Kentucky, New Hampshire, and then another change, 2 off weekends in a row for the Cup Series. There's a reason why to it, but I'm 50-50 on this because my one side, I don't know how I feel about the Cup Series having 2 off weekends in a row. I know Xfinity and Truck Series do it every now and then, but for the Cup Series, not sure how I like that because New Hampshire is on Sunday, July 19th, and then the very next race is not going to happen until Sunday, August 9th. But on the other side of it, the reason why they do that is because the Summer Olympics is going to happen on those weekends. And of course, NBC Sports is broadcasting and doing the Summer Olympics as well. So NASCAR probably didn't want to interfere with the Summer Olympics with NBC Sports, and of course NBC Sports didn't want the Summer Olympics interfering with any of the NASCAR races. So I'm 50-50 about the change. Like I said, one side, Cup Series having 2 off weekends in a row, but then it makes sense to not have any Cup Series races going on when the Summer Olympics are going on, because we obviously know that the Summer Olympics are going to have a better viewership than the NASCAR races. So viewership-wise, I can understand why they decided to do that. And then Michigan and Watkins Glen actually swapped. It used to be Watkins Glen and Michigan. Now it's going to be Michigan and Watkins Glen August 9th and August 16th. And then another change you see here, the second Dover race is not going to be in the playoffs anymore. It's actually the second to last race of the regular season before they head to the regular season finale at Daytona. So Sunday, August 23rd, second race at the Monster Mile. And then you see the regular season finale, the Daytona race under the lights on Saturday, August 29th before the playoffs. And then you get to the playoffs. Round of 16, Darlington, Richmond, and Bristol. First off, Darlington, a historic racetrack to start off the playoffs, to start off the round of 16. A great racetrack. I love Darlington. Darlington is one of my favorite races to watch. Of course, throwback weekend. And of course, it's a historic racetrack. And then you got Richmond and Bristol. The Bristol night race to finish off the round of 16. The cutoff race in the round of 16. I love the Bristol night race. I love that it's a playoff cutoff for the round of 16. And of course, you got 3 night races in a row in the round of 16. Darlington, Richmond, and Bristol. And then you get to the round of 12, Las Vegas, another West Coast race. The second Las Vegas date will be on Sunday, September 27th. Then Talladega. Talladega is the second race in the round of 12. And then the Charlotte Roval has now been moved down to the final race of the round of 12. Instead of it being the final race of the round of 16, it's going to be the cutoff race in the round of 12. I'm excited about the Charlotte Roval. I love the Charlotte Roval. I love the 2018 Roval race. I know 2019 should be a good race because it's going to be the cutoff race in the round of 16 in 2019. But in the round of 12 in 2020, the Charlotte Roval, that should be a good race. And then the round of 8, you got 2.5-mile racetracks in a row, Kansas and Texas. And then how about Martinsville being the second to the last race of the season, the cutoff race in the round of 8 before you head into the championship race at ISM Raceway. Martinsville, the cutoff race, the second to last race of the season, that should be an exciting race. Martinsville, of course, you saw in 2018, the playoff race at Martinsville 2018 and 2017 as well. I know 2019 should be crazy, but Martinsville, the cutoff race in the round of 8, That should be an exciting race. Who can make one last move to get into the championship race? And of course, the new season finale championship race moving over to ISM Raceway on Sunday, November 8th, replacing Homestead Miami Speedway. So that is the 2020 NASCAR Cup Series schedule. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the 2020 NASCAR Cup Series schedule? What is your favorite changes and what is your least favorite change on the 2020 NASCAR Cup Series schedule? That's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this Beyond the Wheel. Joseph Lombard, aka Interesting 4R, and I will see you on another episode of Beyond the Wheel.